What you gonna do when they come for you? Remember that cop show and that song? It's all that's been in my head lately given what's been in the news. I know I got a target on my back driving in my lowrider. I can't tell you how many times I've been pulled over in this thing. It's Saturday, which means it's McGregor Park. Me and my friends meet there every week. It's a peaceful affair. We chat and have some barbecue. My lowrider, it's a candy green Delta 88 coupe, sitting on some triple cross Daytons. Real smooth. People always turn their heads when I swing by. The thing's clean as a whistle, too. Gotta be clean. A man should take pride in his car, you know what I mean? Given the state of affairs, I'm a bit scared when I'm on the road. Any lip and the law might put your lights out. Ain't no way I'm even doing 56 and a 55, no sir. Every turn, I throw my blinker on. Every stop is a complete one. No rolling. I ain't giving them no excuse to pull me over. Shit, police pulling their guns out for traffic stops these days. So far this Saturday, the roads are clear. Not much traffic at all. I've had a bit of waiting at a couple of lights, but no real issues. My mind wanders a bit to the barbecue and the fun we're gonna have at the park. I swing a right onto Broadway. Whoop whoop! Shit, police! I look in my rearview mirror and see the lights. My heart jumps. I didn't do anything wrong, but my heart still jumps. I keep going, keep looking in my mirror at those lights, thinking about what's happening. I got no idea why I'm being pulled over. I didn't do nothing. I'm just driving. I stop completely at that intersection. I look both ways. I put my blinker on. Right? Shit, maybe I didn't. I look for a place to stop, but there's nothing around. On this stretch of Broadway, there's no shoulder to use. I can stop in the street, but if I did, they'd probably give me a ticket for obstructing traffic or some bullshit. I could roll over the curb and into the grass, but there's no way in hell I'm rolling into the grass in my coupe. So I keep cruising, slow, trying to find a place to pull over. Keep checking my mirrors too. Whoop whoop! What you gonna do when they come for you? I go slow for another minute, then I see a parking lot of an abandoned warehouse. Not ideal, but it'll have to do. Problem is, there's nothing else around. No cars going by either. Not good. No witnesses. But I have to stop. I don't have a choice. I put it in park and stick both my hands out the driver's window. Universal sign for, "I don't want no trouble, officer." In my mirror, I see two police officers get out. Both white, of course. This is totally fucked up. I didn't do nothing. I wasn't speeding. I'm not drunk or high. All I want to do is get to the park and hang with my friends. I'm trying to keep cool, trying to relax and breathe, but I can see they have their hands on their pistol as they approach. Then they separate. One goes to the passenger side while the other comes to my driver's door. I speak first. "Officers, what'd I do?" I still got my hands out the window. I don't want no misunderstanding. "Why you pulling me over?" I look to my right and the cop by my passenger side is looking all around my car. I don't know what he's looking at. There's nothing in here. Like I said, I keep it clean. The only thing you'll see is the green Christmas tree air freshener hanging from my rearview mirror. "Sir, you need to step out of the car," the cop by the driver's door says. My heart's racing at this point. It's like the Indy 500. It feels like it's gonna burst out of my chest. I know how this ends. I get out and they take me down, even if I'm not resisting. I'll get a knee to my neck or something, and then I'm done for. "You gotta be tripping," I say. I'm breathing heavy out of my nose, trying not to lose my cool. My body's going into survival mode. This is a bad situation, a seriously fucked situation if you ask me. I'm in trouble, and I can sense it. I know my car's the only thing protecting me from these goons, so I'm not going anywhere. "Sir, I'm not comfortable getting out of the car," I tell the officer. "Why do I need to get out of my car? Why am I being pulled over?" The cops give each other a look but don't say anything. Their hands are still on the butt of their guns. What you gonna do when they come for you? This is what they must mean when they say there's a paper-thin line between survival and dying. It ain't just my heart racing anymore. Now my guts are cramping. I'm scared. Even if they forced me out of my car, I don't think my legs would support my weight. I'm looking left and right, waiting for one of these cops to make a move, and that's when I see it. Their eyes. As the cops look at each other, I see it in the eyes of the one by my driver's door. They're turning color, a greenish color. I look right and see it in the eyes of the cop on my passenger side as well. Pupils becoming snake-like slits, faces morphing. Their mouths and noses stretch outward, their jaws elongate, pushing their face into something that's not human. What the fuck is this? I'm too scared to scream, too scared to do anything but sit there and watch with my mouth hanging open. I don't believe what I'm seeing. It can't be real. My nerves must be making me hallucinate. Maybe I accidentally got dosed or something. My hands white-knuckle the steering wheel. My head is light. I think I'm gonna pass out. The cops' faces are pure reptile now, pure snake. Ain't nothing human left. No hair, no eyebrows, no nose, no skin even. It's all green scales. Their tongues flicker and stab the air around my car. I can see their arms starting to shrink, their hands disappearing into their sleeves. I'm frozen in my seat. Can't move a muscle, but I'm involuntarily shaken at the same time. My whole body's in shock, trying to process the weird shit happening before me. I snap my eyes shut, trying to wish away the nightmare. Then I remember what my Dallas friend once told me about shape-shifting reptile aliens. I thought he was high and rambling, so I didn't pay much attention, but maybe he was telling the truth. He said there are these aliens that take on human form, said the world is controlled by them. He said they snatch bodies one by one, converting people to the reptilian race. They're the secret alien rulers of the world, he said. I feel something in my head, an amped up mosquito buzzing in my skull, loud as the speakers in my trunk. It makes my brain rattle like my car does. I cover my ears with my hands, but it's no use. The sound is there. It's a sound, but not a sound. It's not coming through my ears. They're trying to get into my head. The sound's coming from within my head. When I open up my eyes, the cops are no longer human. Their uniforms are on the ground and their bodies are bright green scales. They're snakes, massive snakes. Anacondas on steroids. I ain't never seen anything like it. Their heads are the size of my torso. They could probably chomp me in half with one bite. They notice me peeking and their tongues lash out towards me, stabbing the air outside my doors, trying to get to me. My head's buzzing, louder, scrambling my brain. As the snake heads try to push in through my windows, I turn on the ignition and slam my Delta 88 into gear, and I floor it. My back tires burn out when they catch the pavement, and I dart forward like I'm on the track. The heads of the snake knock against the car frame, sending them to the ground. My rear tires slice open the snakes as I screech past. I'm looking in my mirror, I'm not looking forward. I don't see the wall in front of me. The front end of my Olds crumbles as I smash into it at nearly 50 miles per hour. My head slams against the steering wheel, hard. I feel blood coming from my forehead, immediate swelling too. I'm not knocked out, but I'm woozy. There's no more buzzing in my head, but it feels like someone took a hammer to it. The world seems light and I wonder if I'm dreaming. I must be. None of this can be real. But it is. I'm in my car, bloodied, injured, in pain. I look into my rearview mirror and see the snakes. They're coming for me. I'm their prey. I'm a goner if I stay in my lowrider. I unbuckle my seatbelt and open the door, using it as a crutch to help myself up. My legs are barely able to hold the weight. My right knee must have jammed into the console because it's the size of a grapefruit and it hurts like a bitch. Though the snakes are a good 50 yards away, I can see how massive they are now, the size of 3 humans. And they seem as fat as my car. These ain't no nature show reptiles. These are mutants. Angry mutants by the way their tongues are flickering. I try to run, but I can't. My knee isn't working. I'm trapped, holding myself up against my door. The snakes are closer now, 40 yards away. The mosquito buzzing between my ears comes back. 30 yards. The sound gets louder. 20. The buzzing becomes a chainsaw. My mind is being torn apart. My brain scrambled. "Gotta hear the vibrations," I hear my Dallas friend saying to me. It's something he said when he was rambling about those reptile aliens. Reptiles are most sensitive to airborne vibrations. Vibrations are our only defense. 10 yards now, close enough to hear their hissing and the sound of scales moving on pavement. What you gonna do when they come for you? Vibrations! Vibrations! I duck into my crumpled but still running car and turn on my system, pushing the knob to the stereo to max. The kick drum from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Fives, the message blurts out of the subwoofers in my trunk. It sounds like thunder, rattling the car, making my clothes vibrate. It's louder than I've ever played my system. The keyboard starts sending sonic daggers in all directions. Ain't no one ever had a lowrider this loud and banging. The snakes freeze. Their heads contort. I can see their tongues flicking in all directions, trying to make sense of the vibrations being sent through the air. I'm not exactly sure, but I swear they're in pain. Their mouths open and close, open and close. More keyboard daggers go their direction, more walloping bass through the system. Everything in my car is rattling loose. The glass on my windows crack. My trunk rattles like it's got gremlins inside waiting to bust out. The buzzing in my head is gone, replaced with old school hip hop, so loud they could probably hear it downtown. It's like a jungle sometimes, Grandmaster Flash sings. The snakes drop to the ground, flop around with each word. They look like they're being electrocuted. Each hit of the bass, each press of the keyboard makes them bounce on the ground. As they wiggle and writhe, their scaly flesh begins to burn and disintegrate. Smoke rises. It smells like that time we cooked up some alligator at our barbecue in McGregor Park. More bass, more keyboard, more singing, more sonic electrocution. I think I'm deaf now. I can no longer hear the music, only feel the vibrations. I keep my system on, watching as the snakes burn with each note. When only ash remains, I flick the knob to off and collapse into the driver's seat. My hearing slowly comes back and I survey the scene. I'm bloodied and beat to hell. My lowrider is a wreck. The only sign of the alien snakes are 2 piles of ashes gently blowing away in the breeze. I rub the lump on my forehead. Sweet Jesus, what the hell was that, I think. I wonder how things will be from here on out. Life won't be the same now that I know the truth of the world. My Dallas friend was right after all. I got lucky today. I took out 2 of those alien reptiles, but how many more are out there? Who's a reptilian and who isn't? Do they really control the government and major institutions like my friend said? And how will we survive? Can we? Or maybe we didn't, and I'm the only real human left. I rub the lump on my forehead again. What you gonna do when they come for you?